3, 2,
hey, Kenny.
1.
Hey.
Hold on, let me do mine. Tonight on Touchdown Friday Night.
Offside, you're off your mark.
Okay, is that better? 3, 2, 1.
Penalty, delay of game.
Okay, come on, Josh. Coming up tonight on Touchdown Friday.
False start.
Okay, you can do the promo. I'm done.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Touchdown Friday Night is sponsored by these local businesses.
I was just going to say, where'd he go?
Good thing he's not here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Touchdown Friday Night, one of the largest high school football shows in Tennessee and Virginia. I'm Kenny Hawkins, along with my tag team partner, Nick Dugan. Tonight, we got 13 games on tap from Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. One of them includes the biggest rivalry maybe in our region. But here first is Nick with the Meade Tractor top tackle of the night.
Top tackle of the night is brought to you by Meade Tractor.
All right, Kenny, Meade Tractor top tackle of the night comes from Thursday. Unaka and Hampton Rangers punting away, but it wasn't even time for the Bulldogs to breathe before T.J. Thomas comes in and blows up the return.
That's how you're supposed to do it right there.
That's right. That's textbook right there. Thomas and the Rangers would fall, but Thomas does earn our top tackle of the night. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Nick. We'll begin in Pioneer Country, where David Crockett was hoping to bring the musket back to Jonesboro. But in order to do that, they would need to defeat the state-ranked, undefeated Danny Boone Trailblazers, who have an overwhelming 37-14 lead in this series, including a victory in this game last season. Both teams gather at midfield after the coin toss. We talked about it earlier in the show for a moment of silence for the skydiver that obviously came in at the beginning of the game. First play of the game, Boone's Luke Jenkins hits Landon Kirkpatrick out in the flat. He'll break a few tackles, and he's gone. Off to the races. Nobody's going to catch. First play of the game.
No, sir.
So by this time, Crockett said, oh, no, it was already 7-0. Later in the quarter, the Blazers this time, Brogan Jones on the keeper. He'll get into the end zone to stretch the lead out to 14-0 Boone. More Blazers, second quarter, Jones again, this time from 2 yards out, keeping up with the Joneses. Give the Blazers a 21-0 lead. Blazers playing without Aiden Reiner. Just before the half, Blazers would strike again, this time, Luke, I am your father. Jenkins goes to the air deep to Ryland Trout. He'll make a great catch in the end zone, stretching the lead to 28-0 at the half. And guess who is bringing the musket back to Gray? Daniel Boone goes on to win. Thank goodness that's not loaded. They go on to win again tonight over David Crockett.
Anytime you beat your arch rival, on their home turf, and a lot of hype leading up to this was a great thing for us. I thought our kids really executed, played extremely hard. Really proud of our school and our coaching staff, doing a really good job of getting them prepared.
So Daniel Boone remains unbeaten. It's going to be a good game next week. I think they take on Hampton, the second-ranked team in the state in their division. So Daniel Boone beats Crockett tonight 35-7. It was Jefferson County beating Morristown West by the final of 28-24. It was the Atomic City versus the Model City. You know where I'm from. DB played host to Oak Ridge tonight on senior night for the Indians. Come on, Joey, don't hurt us. This game was scoreless in the second quarter. Jake Carson drops back, hits Hayden Russell on the deep ball, and Russell will take it the rest of the way. The Indians led this game 7-0. Second quarter, Carson swings it out to Dakari Dixon, who gets the assist from the lineman, John Tebow, who will slingshot him up the field. Wow. Yeah. I know that's not in the playbook. D-Boo will add to the lead before the half. Carson dumps off the short screen pass to Peyton Franklin, who gets a convoy of blockers to the end zone for a 54-yard touchdown. Indians led 14-0 as we go to the board. My Cats put up a little fight. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Thanks, Joey. Dobyns-Bennett wins over Oak Ridge tonight by the final 21-12. It was Hardin Valley over William Blount, that final 42-25. At the Stone Castle tonight, the Vikings hosted West Ridge, and Tennessee High was up 12-7 in the third when the Wolves quarterback Trey Frazier down goes Frazier. Keeps the ball, sneaks in from 3 yards out to give West Ridge the lead 15-12 after the two-point conversion. After a Viking fumble, the Wolves add to their lead. Cale Bryant takes the handoff, cuts back, goes in from 4 yards out, then make it 22-12 Ridgeview. West Ridge would add one more in the fourth quarter. Caleb McClain takes the handoff, follows his blockers, blocks a couple of tackles, and then outruns the rest of the Viking defense for the 67-yard touchdown to make the final score 29-12. As we go to the board, it was West Ridge beating Tennessee High by the final 29-12. Nick?
Thanks, Kenny. It was the 43rd annual Battle of Hawkins County tonight when the Volunteer Falcons hosted the Cherokee Chiefs. Between them this season, they only have one win, but that doesn't matter this game because you're going to get each other's best shot in a rivalry matchup. Always do. The Falcons led the Chiefs at halftime 12-6. Cherokee, though, driving in the third quarter now when Landon Jeffers is going to be tackled for a loss by Volunteers' Christian Buchanan to help force a punt. The Falcons would look to add to their lead on the ensuing possession. Isaiah Bowery takes off the quarterback keeper, sheds an ankle tackle, makes a move, 45 yards, and he's not quite going to get there. Out of bounds inside the red zone. On fourth down, though, Bowery is going to be picked off on the goal line. His counterpart, Jeffers, he's the freshman quarterback for Cherokee, to kill that drive. As we head to the scoreboard here, Cherokee comes back for the first win of the season, 19-18 over Volunteer. Senior night at Burley Stadium, the Green Devils looking for its second straight undefeated regular season in a row, hosting Morristown East tonight. First Devils play from scrimmage, Kenny. They're not messing around. Brady Quillen loading up, airing out to Ajate Dabbs. Huge gain into Kane's territory. East forcing Greeneville, though, into a 4th and 2 from the 5-yard line. They sneak it, and they get all 5. Forget the 2. Quillen goes in for the score, 7-0 Greeneville. Later in the first, Quillen, he's going to throw this one out on a quick screen. Guess who? It's Dabbs. He's got all kinds of room.
Mama, there's that man again.
There he goes, all the way into the red zone, cutting down the far sideline, short of the end zone, but guess what? He'd get the pitch just a few plays later out of the backfield, and he waltzes in for the score.
Want some more?
Yes, they did. 10-0 was, or 10-0 regular season. Green Devils finish as we go to the scoreboard, 42-7. They get the win over Mo East tonight. All right, that's 5 down, 8 more to go, including stops at Cloudland and Chuckey-Doak, to name a few. But first, the Black Knight Cheerleaders to help take us to break.